Well, friends, I'm sorry for all this preparation. After a long time, I'm facing you all actually. In fact, today I don't have any debate or any question, or I don't want to challenge the judiciary. I'm nobody to challenge the judiciary. I just wanted to share something that was cropping up my mind a whole afternoon after watching the Jyoti Singh Pandey news story. Jyoti Singh Pandey, the poor girl who was brutally gang raped and her organs mutilated on the running bus on 16 December 2002. The poor girl and her boyfriend was left to die on the streets of Delhi on a cold night. Well, I won't be going into details of the story because all are aware of the story. The reason I just went into the story is because many may feel that why I am referring her as directly Jyoti Singh Pandey. The reason is because I have always felt that calling her Nirbhaya, Damini, Amanat, what and what not was just a brainchild of the media. Unfortunately, my fraternity, and I know many among my fraternity will not be able to eschew this, but it's a fact that they sold it like hot cake, the story. I also have a question to those especially who were on debate today on various channels again, questioning the juvenile who was later on given freedom. I fail to understand how this juvenile or such criminals are allowed under this so-called juvenile law. Well, enough has been said, enough has been discussed on this, so I'm not going into details about all this. The reason I am facing you today is my question is, will Jyoti Singh Pandey get justice? Practically, today's judgment is definitely a welcome judgment because the Supreme Court has upheld the verdict of death sentence to the four. The four are Pawan, Akshay, Vinay and Mukesh. Ram Singh has already committed suicide inside Tihar jail. And the juvenile is now free. So the question is, by avoiding death sentence, I don't know why people are so much rejoicing, because on that day when in 2017 Delhi High Court pronounced the judgment and I was in the office doing the story, I remember my colleagues were happy, they were kind of jubilation mood and they were expressing their happiness that now such crimes will be stopped, and I was cynical as always and I told them nothing will happen. Nothing did happen. In fact, if you see my old video on that day, I had said the same thing, that nothing will stop this rape, molestation, stalking, eve-teasing, unless and until stringent punishment like Bobbitt's law, I repeat, Bobbitt's law, is brought into force. If the carnal desire is so strong, so high, that these criminals don't even think before destroying innocent youth, innocent teenage children, then they have no right to live a normal life. Death sentence is a very small punishment for these people. On this debate, on one of the debate, I heard one of the person recalling Dhananjay case. If I go into details of Dhananjay case, and I leave this to my friends on Facebook, if they are listening, if they are watching this, to my friends journalists in Kolkata, and if they can really pronounce the truth in Dhananjay case, then I think something new will come up, because many of us are still unaware of what really happened in Dhananjay case. But I am not going into those details. So my question is, in this case, still these four culprits, these four rapists, have two legal tools, two legal options. One is curative and one is mercy. The curative was brought in 2002, in which they still can appeal against today's verdict. Isn't it a joke, isn't it a mockery that after pronouncing them guilty, after pronouncing them rapists, and judge pronouncing it as rarest of rare case, a case where the poor girl's vital parts were mutilated and left to die, and she died in Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore barely a few days after this incident. So isn't it a mockery that these people still have the power to appeal? Well, I may be questioned that I am questioning the judiciary. No, I am not questioning the judiciary. I am just asking, as a commoner, as a layman, that what kind of punishment is this? It's common saying that justice delayed is justice denied. Isn't it a case of justice denied? I mean, if we just think from the point of view of that poor girl, what did we give her? First, a promise of fast-track court. This is a fast-track court, 6 years. And God knows how many years will it take, because if they again appeal, or the Home Ministry takes more time to ordinate, and if the President takes time to send back the file, the mercy petition, then they will buy more time. Finally, my question is, such crimes which are referred as rarest of rare, can't they be dealt faster, in a real fast-track manner? I mean, what kind of, I don't know, but I am not a legal person, but still I just want to ask, what kind of proof or what kind of witness was required in this case when this girl died because of the brutal gang rape and the mutilation of the organ? Well, I'll leave you with this question, and please feel free to criticize me, to debate, to tell me if I'm wrong or if I crossed my limits. But just tell me if this is really a justice meted out to that poor Jyoti Singh Pandey, who perhaps could and should expect a little faster verdict.